Are you ready for some football?
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Flight Club Football. I'm your host, TBK. That's Chris. As you can tell, we are in a brand new format. Giving this a shot, gonna see what happens. We are now more than halfway into this NFL season. Week 6 is over. Week 7 is coming up. And man, I'll tell you what, man. It's like I said, I feel like I'm in broken record mode. I really do, because every time we get together, I feel like I say that this season has been crazy, and it just keeps adding, just keeps adding to that sentiment. Let's start off. Let's get this out of the way first. Tennessee Titans fire their head coach, Ryan Callahan. Tennessee Titans are 1-5 right now. Some would say it's probably long past due. I don't know why we won't take and follow their lead, but obviously they know something we don't. What do you think about it, Chris?
I don't know. To me, it doesn't make sense for the Titans, right? This is only his second season as head coach, right? And this is a rebuild. I mean, there's a reason why this team had the number 1 pick last year, right? And they drafted the quarterback. So now you're going to fire this guy, what'd you say, 5-6 games into this, into this season? I don't know. I think it's very premature. I get it. Fans want immediate results, right? They want immediate positive results from their team. I get it. But when you're as bad as some of these teams are, including the Jets, you need patience, right? You gotta, what do we always hear that term? Trust the process, right? We always hear that. And I think in this situation is it. Now you're firing this guy. You're coming in with a new offense. Now he's going to have a new head coach again. This number 1 pick, right? Cam Ward is going to have a whole new offense to learn and all that stuff. So I don't know if it's the right move. If you really believe that this guy wasn't the guy, then they should have got rid of him in the offseason. Like, why bring him back for 6 games and say, okay, now we know for sure he's not the right guy, right? So I don't know, unless something major happened that we don't know about, behind the scenes. But I don't know. I think it's a little premature to fire a guy 6 games into a season.
Well, I mean, like I said, you're already halfway through the season. I mean, it's
halfway yet. Not halfway yet.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah. So, I mean, a little.
Getting close. You're getting close.
You're getting close. But,
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you got to make the decision. Are you going to keep watching your team flounder? Are you going to ride it out? I mean, for me, I feel like there's too many teams that are used to hearing the whole trust the process thing, and the Titans are one of them. They haven't really done much since the Derrick Henry days, and even then, I mean, spotty, playoff appearance here and there. I mean, I don't know. I'm not to say, and certainly, you don't want to cheer on anybody. Well, that's not true, because there's somebody I know who I wouldn't mind leaving, but yeah, no, not gonna talk about it. There's you don't want to cheer on anybody losing their job, but you know what? Again, obviously they knew something we didn't, and maybe it was just time to go.
I guess so. Titans, I don't know. They don't have a great track record here of hiring and firing guys, right? So if this is what they got to do to get better, like you said, then do it. I just don't know. Not with your, you finally got this draft pick. You finally got Cam Ward. now you're kind of messing them up again, right? And I think this is the fourth number one drafted quarterback in a row that's had their head coach fired in their rookie season. So if you go back the last four, going back all the way to Trevor Lawrence. So, it's not a good look, but listen, if the results come afterwards, I don't know if it's going to come this year, but it's hopefully, and this guy's probably not even the answer, right? This guy's probably just an interim head coach, right? They're probably going to hire someone in the offseason. So we don't even know who would want, and here's another thing, who wants a job that you're basically being told, oh, you got 15 games, 17 and 6, 23 games. You got 23 games to prove it. Otherwise, you're out.
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, if you think about it too, though, like the Titans have been kind of, they've kind of been a circus this year. Let's not forget, you want to talk about rookies. I mean, let's not forget what Cam Ward did at his press conference, where he basically went up and in front of the media, in front of everybody, his team heard this, the coaches heard this, said that, hey, we're, to use his words, to quote him, he goes, hey, we're ass. Like that's, I mean, you want to talk about bad looks, like, kid, you're a rookie. You can't be saying stuff like that. First of all, you haven't been on the team long enough. Second of all, you haven't earned the right to, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, I get it. Like job security being one thing, but I mean, like I said, maybe they felt like the ship just wasn't going to be turned around.
Maybe that's it. Yeah. But it's, again, you hate to use the word trust the process, but it is a process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in the first year. Right. So can't blame him for being honest. Exactly. Like this team, think about it. Last year, the team got the number one pick for a reason, right? Because they were just not good. So, and it's not going to happen with one, with one off season, with one draft, with one, couple of free agent signings. It's going to take a couple of years. You don't rebuild a team in 1 year. And teams like them, the Jets, you go back to the Lions. Okay. Real quick. You go back to Detroit. The first year Dan Campbell was head coach, he didn't win his first game until game 12 of that season. He was 0-10-1 in his first 11 games of his tenure as head coach of Detroit. So it's a process, unfortunately. It stinks. It stinks for every fan that has to go through it, but it stinks. So, but they're back. They're going to start over again.
Oh, I mean, like I said, far be it from me to call for anyone's job. Horrible. But I just, like I said, I think at some point you got to trust the power. Yeah. Well, you know what? You could use that sentiment in two different ways, trust the process that it's going to work, or trust the process that new blood is needed. So,
right.
I don't know. I can't say, and I guess only time will tell. I mean, I don't know that this to come in, or to have that responsibility though, when your team is 1-5, you got a rookie quarterback who obviously doesn't mind speaking his mind. That's a lot. That's a lot to take on. So whoever the next guy is, good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Good luck, because you're under the gun. You basically got a year and not even a half to prove that you're the right guy. And I don't know if that's that's not a good precedent to set as a team, as a franchise, but it is what it is. But let's see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's move on here. Let's talk about two teams that in the past 2 weeks have not looked great. And these are teams that are 100% labeled juggernaut teams, that are labeled Super Bowl favorites. Let's talk about the Eagles and the Bills. What have you been seeing out of both camps? Do you have any concerns with either or both?
Yeah, no, there's definitely concerns. One thing we're learning too, as we get through we're only through the first 6 weeks. Like, who's the best team in the league right now? Right? It's
Oof.
hard, right?
It's
I
hard,
mean,
yeah.
every week we're thinking of someone else. Like coming into this week, I thought, you know what? It might be Detroit, right? They're
Yeah,
finally that team.
sure.
And then they roll into Kansas City, and we thought, you know what? Kansas City hasn't looked that good. And then look what happens, right? Like just when we're ready to turn the key or turn the page on Kansas City, they turn around and beat probably the hottest team in the league right now. But it seems like this season is going to be, like you mentioned, crazy early on. It's going to be crazy. It's wide open. Like every week we see a different team step it up. I don't think the Eagles are going away. I don't think Kansas City's going away. I don't think Buffalo's going away. All these teams, they've lost a couple in a row, like you mentioned, Philly. Yeah, and they lost to the Giants. Not good. Really bad look to lose to the Giants.
Hey, but you gotta give credit where credit is due.
Yeah,
Jackson Dart has revitalized that team, and Scattaboo is a literal nut. I love that guy, man. I don't know. There's something about the Giants that with those two, they are becoming fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a big plus. I mean, forget about how they're doing on the field, like just for the fans to actually feel like, wow, we got something now, right? We got a quarterback, we got this running back, our defensive line is, one of the best in the business. So yeah, they're looking pretty good, right now. 2 weeks ago, right, they lost to the Saints, and we were like, oh man, this team, maybe Jackson Dart is not the answer, but he comes back and beats the Eagles. So you just never know. I think the Eagles are going to bounce back, but like some teams, Baltimore, right? They won. San Fran. Those teams are getting killed by injuries, right? Some teams are handling it well. Some teams aren't. The Eagles now, the last 2 weeks, have not really handled it well. So let's see what happens. But I would think, just looking at their track record, they've bounced back, right? Even just go back to last year, early on last year, nobody was saying, wow, this team's going to the Super Bowl, right? They started off really bad. I think they lost to the Falcons at home, and Tampa Bay beat them on the road. Then they had the bye week, and then they started to get better after that. So, but Buffalo, yeah, you know what? To me, with Buffalo looks like the same team that it's been the last couple of years. Pretty good team, right? But not a great defense. Solid defense, not great. Offense is basically, all right, we're going to try to utilize this plan, but if it doesn't, just let Josh Allen save us and be Superman, right? And he usually does, right? We usually see him like come out of nowhere and make a big play. You've seen it, unfortunately, in the playoffs and stuff. But to me, like that's what Buffalo is. I don't see anything different than Buffalo. Like they haven't gotten better than the last couple of years. To me, they're the same team. So I think they are what they are. They're a good team. And if you catch Josh Allen on a bad day, you got a shot to beat them, and that's what happened, right? He had one of his worst games probably.
Oh yeah. I would say that's absolutely what Atlanta did. And watching that game, he just looked flustered from start to finish. He was not on rhythm. And I've gone on record to say that is how you beat a team like Kansas City, a team like the Bills, a team like hell, even us. If you throw off that quarterback, man, that's all she wrote. I was very, very impressed with the Falcons offense and defense during that game. Defense was locked down. Like I said, they were getting pressure on Josh. Josh was scrambling more than most of his snaps. And then you turn it over to the offensive side of the ball, and you got freaking Penix and Bijan or however you Bijan
Robinson.
That's what I said.
Running back.
The running back guy.
The Falcons.
The guy who runs the ball sometimes.
There you go.
Yeah, those two, oh my gosh. Bijan is a freaking weapon. This guy, little dude, little frame, but he was killing it all night long. And he's squirrely too. Like he was breaking tackles. He was accelerating downfield. This guy, man, I'll tell you what, for an Atlanta team that has been not great, this guy is a welcome addition to that team, I'm sure. Yeah. Sorry, Dad, I didn't see what you said there. Hold on, my bad. Watch out for the Bucks if and when they get healthy. We said that the Bucks were going to be a team to watch this year for sure. They've got so many weapons on offense.
Yeah, and one thing we got to say too, like mention the Bucks, right? The Eagles, the Ravens, every team has injuries. Like you can't say, well, it's injuries. Every team deals with injuries, especially in football, right? Because of how physical this game is, you got to deal with injuries. The great teams are the ones that deal with them the best, right? That kind of react, the next man up, whatever way you want to look at it. Those are the best. Those are the teams that go on and win and get to the playoffs and then get to the Super Bowl. They react to they don't just say, oh, we lost our guy. We lost this guy. We lost that guy. We can't win now, right? We lost this guy. No, you got to keep rolling because every team loses somebody, right? Sure. And unfortunately, sometimes it's a guy that's really important on the team. Sometimes it's a quarterback like Lamar Jackson. Here's the difference, right, between the Ravens and the 49ers. You got Purdy, right? He's good, solid quarterback, but he doesn't mean the same thing as Lamar Jackson to the Ravens, right? He does everything, just like Josh Allen. If he ever got hurt for Buffalo, oh my goodness, he would be shot, right? Without him.
Yeah, for sure.
It's big, right? So, but Purdy goes down. All right, they bring in Mac Jones. He was pretty good his first year with the Patriots. Then, it went downhill, but there is some good in that guy, obviously. I mean, look what he's doing there with the 49ers, right? So you put him in the right system. So, and I think that's what it is with some of these teams. But you got to deal with the injuries. You just have to. It's a part of the NFL.
That's the thing, that's where we keep hearing that it's a coaching issue. It's a coaching issue. They plugged Mac into a system that works for him because it pretty closely mirrors Brock Purdy. Well, on our side of things, you re-sign Tyler Huntley, who, we know he's not Lamar, but he can scramble and he's got a little bit of an arm. Right. But what do? You lead an offense with a guy who is not used to the system that Baltimore runs in Cooper Rush. And you don't plug in Huntley until the fourth quarter. It's you got to get.
Right, and the defense was actually playing well for Baltimore in the last game, right? I mean, you guys only gave up 17 points. So, and again, it goes back to injuries. At some point, you got to say, all right, who cares? That's no excuse for this team. And again, Cooper Rush, this goes back to the OC. Cooper Rush is not, he's not a great quarterback, but he's not that bad either.
He's not terrible,
He won some games with Dallas, right? He did pretty good with Dallas when he had to come in. Okay. Yeah. The Ravens, they still got the rest of their offense there, more or less. Right. They should be scoring more than 3 points. So I would be looking at the OC and say, all right, I got you a backup. He's not horrible. He's had starting, experience. It's not like some guy off the street here. We got a veteran here that could win games, and you got 3 points. Yeah, I would have benched him at halftime and said, no, this ain't working, man.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. Everybody knows I could go on and on about this team's woes, but we don't have enough show for that, and nobody wants to hear it anyway. So, but it's just at this point, it's being competent, having competency on the field, knowing your players and plugging them in. Last thing I'm going to say on the Ravens, and then we're going to touch on our last topic before we make on the picks. CJ, I hope the coffee was good because that's how long you were here. CJ Gardner-Johnson, already gone, already released from the Baltimore Ravens. Guy didn't even see the actual field. I mean, they're saying that the reason they let him go, Chris, is because they were shocked that the Ravens would have reached out to him and then went and did the trade with Odafe Owe for Alohi. Okay, I get it, but dude, you let's not pretend that you wanted to be here. The comments that you made, where you basically said, you basically made the the Marshawn Lynch comments. I'm only here so I don't get fined. you basically, that's what you said. You said you were only here because you had no other options. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, that's basically it. And now he's got no options, right? Now he's got no team looking for him. So it is what it is. He's one of those guys that he becomes a locker room cancer on your team, right? If he's not happy, he's going to voice his opinion. And unfortunately, he'll direct it at players too. And that's why the Texans got rid of him, right? That's why he was mouthing off to some of the players and saying whatever, mentioning contracts, and this guy's making this kind of money, all this. You don't need that, right? You don't need that kind of a problem in your locker room. So the only team that would probably bring him in now, because they are a little desperate, is Philly, and they've had him, and they did win a Super Bowl with him.
Now, I was just going to say, do you think there's any chance that he reunites with Philly?
I think there is a little bit of chance, just because Philly does have injuries in their, in their safety position. So there is a possibility, but I wouldn't bet on it, because it's like, they got through last year with him.
Yeah.
Now there's more younger players on that team, so there's less of a veteran presence on Philly, especially on the defensive side. So do they bring him in where it's a little bit, maybe the leadership is lacking a little bit? I don't want to say it's lacking, but it's not as strong as it was last year. So I don't know if that's going to be a good spot for him. So he might be done. I'm just, we're throwing that out there, but he may be done.
I can't, I can't say, this is probably the the first and last time I will mention CJ. I don't care enough to, to hope he does or doesn't at this point. It's kind of just like you had you had an opportunity and you treated it like you were too good for it. So
yeah, basically.
Don't know what to tell you at this point, guy.
Yeah.
But I would say good luck, but I don't care.
Yeah, no. There's no reason, because I don't think he appreciates being in a situation,
Yeah.
So
right.
There you go. That's a good one. He'll be the next Browns quarterback. Hey, why not? Right?
Yeah. At this point, I mean, that would be funny. Oh man. Okay. Speaking of which, as we know, the Browns made I don't think you can call it historic, puzzling, head scratching, crazy. I don't know. There's a lot of words we could attach to it, but they made a trade. There you go. They traded one Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals, who on Thursday we get a matchup that I don't know, the world never expected and probably didn't want. but you know what? I have to wonder if there's going to be I wonder if there's going to be that excitement factor in this game, just because. Okay, so what Chris and I have affectionately dubbed the Senior Bowl.
The Senior Bowl.
That's Bowl. Great. Aaron Rodgers of the Pittsburgh Steelers versus, I can't even believe him. I can't believe it's coming out of my mouth, Joe Flacco, the Cincinnati Bengals. Are you excited to at least see what happens in this game?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be pretty to watch these guys play, but listen, Pittsburgh's been playing well, right? They're 4-2, I think.
Yeah.
4-1. So you got to give Rodgers credit, man. He's hanging in and he's playing well. The Bengals actually played well against Green Bay. I thought Green Bay was going to totally just be all over Flacco, right?
Sure.
With their pass rush. But they really, the Bengals, their offensive line played much better than I expected. So either Green Bay's defensive line is not that good, or the Bengals' offensive line actually got better. So it's one or the other. But
the wheelchair roll.
yeah,
I'm gonna go with the other. I think that look with the amount of times that we've seen Joe Burrow hurt, I'm gonna go with that O line is bad.
yeah,
Because I have to believe that this was just not a good showing on that day from Green Bay's defense. But to your credit, like you said, Joe had a good game. I mean, and look, man, for a guy who absolutely should not be hanging around, he's freaking hanging around.
right, exactly.
So, I mean, again, who am I to say, like, you know, what is the age difference here? They're pretty close, or are they the same age?
I think they're right about 40 years old each, right? So,
I mean, I know Flacco's 41.
All right, let's look for Rodgers here. Aaron Rodgers he's 41. He'll be 42 in December.
Okay, so they are the same age. Wow. Yeah, this is, like I said, like, this is two guys.
No, Flacco's 2 years younger.
Oh, he's 2 years, so he's 30.
Flacco's 40.
40. Okay.
He'll be 41 in January.
Okay, so Rodgers is 1 year older. Okay. All right, so yeah, I mean, look, Rodgers has already stated that this is his last season, right?
Yeah.
How much longer do you think that Joe can go?
He's going to go as long as he physically could go, probably.
I think so.
Because there's a fire in that guy. He's not ready to quit, right? Otherwise, he would have been like, obviously money's not an issue. This is a fire inside that this guy, and if somebody keeps calling his phone and saying, hey, you want to play next year, he's going to play, right? So why not?
As much crap as people try to give Joe, I think this is exactly the guy. Yeah. So he can
perfect.
So he can be the Thanos of the AFC North and complete that infinity gauntlet of all the teams. Joe versus Aaron. Nice. Yeah, but I think Joe is exactly the kind of player that you want on your team. A guy that, as you said, there's no way that money is an issue for this guy. So he's playing the game purely because he wants to play the game.
Right.
And I would not be in today's football sports world. I would not be mad at having that type of mindset, that type of mentality on my team.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great example, right, for these younger players. Like, wow, this guy's been around for 20 years or whatever it is, and he's still playing, man. This guy's still working hard. He's still working as hard as all these other kids are. So, yeah, I mean, trust me, I don't want him starting for my team. I would want him to be a backup, you know, and be kind of like a player coach, a mentor to my other quarterback, especially if I have a younger quarterback. Yeah, he's perfect for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, he's great to have on your team. I just, to see him starting every game, how long is he, the other thing, like, how long is he going to be able to do it physically, especially for, like, we talk about the Bengals. I mean, if a young kid like Burrow can't handle it, but if he's going to get hurt behind that line, we know that's going to happen too.
Oh man. Yeah. I don't know. I think that Flacco wants to win another Super Bowl so he can charge into his kids' room when they are sleeping and go, who stinks? Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Apparently,
right?
he catches. Apparently, he catches a lot of flack from a lot of Flacco, a lot of Flacco from his kids. So, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's driving this guy, but I will always have Joe's back. I'll always love Flacco. Bro is a cream pie. Yeah, that's what I said too. That's the difference, though. That man, Flacco is man of steel. He's taking some shots, and some shots to where you're like, oh, but gets back up, brushes it off, and gets right back into the game. Burrow, yeah. So, I mean, like I said, look, I think we've spent a lot of time on this, but like I said, I will always have Flacco's back. Good luck, Joe, and like I said last time, God, please protect him.
Yeah,
Save this man.
Hey, and think about who he's going against now. He's going against Pittsburgh, and we know, they got TJ Watt on the other side.
Oof.
So, yeah. So
Goodness.
hang tough, man.
Okay, well, this is the perfect segue. Let's get into the part of the show where we ask you guys to be a part of the show. Pick along with us. You're going to be picking with us in real time. I have not made my picks yet. So, Chris, let's move on to the Week 7 picks.
All right, here we go.
As we were just alluding to, Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati, prime time, 8:15. Who you got?
I got to go Pittsburgh, man. Cincinnati played pretty good last week, actually, against Green Bay, but I got to go Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been playing really well, right? They're 4-1 coming into tonight, coming off the bye, right, as well. So, yeah, I got to go Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to pick Cincinnati because, like we said, Joe had a better game against Green Bay than anybody thought he would. Who knows? Maybe maybe the sun shines on the dogs behind twice in a short week. Now that's the only thing too that I'm just now taking into consideration. It is a short week for Cincinnati, but Joe can go, man.
There you go.
You know what? Dad, I'm with you, man. I'm picking Cincy.
All right.
Yeah. Joe can go. And as long as Joe can go, I think Cincy's got a shot.
That's interesting because it's very possible that could happen. I don't know if it will, but you know what? You never know, man. Who do they got next week?
Cincinnati?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Who do they get next week?
It being if it is going to be a legit trap game, we got to see who they're playing next week.
100% could be a trap game. They got Green Bay next.
There you go. But this is a divisional game. Usually divisional games are not trap games because they don't overlook a divisional matchup. They're not saying, listen, they're not saying what we're saying, right? Cincinnati stinks. Cincinnati's, got Joe Flacco or something like that. They're looking at it as, hey, we got to beat this team. They're in our division. So I still think they're going to beat them, but yeah, it'll probably be close. Nope. We lost him. We lost him. He's back.
Don't know what happened there. Anyway.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to all of us.
We all get lost sometimes.
Yes.
All right. So moving on there. Okay. So, Chris, you're taking Pittsburgh. I'm taking Cincinnati. Okay. All right. Next up, we got the, I lost my screen. Chris, who's next?
How about the Rams at Jacksonville?
Okay, thank you. Yes, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the Jacksonville Jaguars. 9:30 a.m. Where is this game being played?
Is this another London game?
I
think it's got to be, or it's somewhere over there.
Yeah, I gotta see where this game is.
This is in Wembley. Yeah, it's in London.
Oh gosh.
So get up early again.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind. I'm up early anyway, so I don't mind these games. I don't think I'd want to travel to them as a player. That probably stinks, but this should be a good game, man. Rams and Jacksonville. This, we've seen, Jacksonville play really well. The Rams have been playing really well. This should be a really good game.
It should be, but like Dad said, there's two teams who do really, really well overseas, and that is the Vikings and the Jaguars. for whatever freaking reason. Don't know why, but they seem to excel over there. I mean, look, I don't want to keep using the excuse, but again, anybody who plays us right now is going to look like $1 million freaking dollars. But I will say, that being said, we were able to hold Los Angeles to 17 points. Sorry. So they didn't go off on us the way that they should have, and they absolutely should have. That being said, I don't know. I still feel good about the Jaguars. I do. I'm going to take Jacksonville.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams are just better by a little bit, not by much. Jaguars didn't have a good game last week, right? Losing at home to the Seahawks. And, like you said, the Rams beat the Ravens. But the Rams have looked good all season. So I'm going to go Rams.
All right. Next up, we got I guess you could call a sleeper game. You got the Chicago Bears versus the New Orleans Saints.
You know what? The Saints actually won last week, right?
They did.
They actually won, right? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not last week. The week before.
The week before.
This week, they hung in against the Patriots, surprisingly. They did keep it to 25-19. But listen, the Browns won last night at Washington. I did not see that one coming.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Chicago's turning the corner. Maybe they're finally turning the corner. So I'm going to be with your pops here. I'm going to go the Bears.
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to take the Saints here.
In Chicago?
In Chicago.
All right.
Yeah. I think this could be the upset game this week. I do. Look, Chicago hasn't looked great. They haven't played well. I mean, I remember hearing during the offseason, about all these weapons that they were acquiring on offense and all this other stuff, and the news hasn't matched the product. So until proven otherwise, I think New Orleans has a good shot at making this one. I'm picking them. Okay.
Interesting pick.
I think so.
Yeah. Hey, listen, neither team, like the Bears, I'm just going by what I see recently with these teams now, right? Because you can't really think too far ahead anymore with the NFL. NFL is like a week-to-week league. So
have they won 3 straight? Oh, that's right. They have.
So maybe they're turning. Maybe they're finally turning the corner here. Maybe.
I'm sticking with
this week the reality is going to set in and the Saints are going to win or something. So
you're not going to sway me, Father. I'm going to stick with my guns. I'm going to stick. Yeah, I'm going to stick with my guns here. I'm gonna. Like I said, I'm picking this as the upset game. All right. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland versus the Miami Dolphins.
Oh. I'm going to flip a coin here.
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah,
this
I don't
is
blame
hard,
you.
man. Because listen, Tua went this week, right, talking about his teammates weren't showing up for team-only meetings or they were late. Man, to say that, to the media like that, man, that's not a good look. That is not a good look. Listen, I don't like the Browns either. Just watching them play this past week against Pittsburgh, they got like no offense whatsoever. But their defense is pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to go to Browns at home.
Yeah, me too. I think my excuse me a drinker. But they still lost.
Right, they still lost. Exactly.
You can't be mad at me for that.
Right. Well, with the points they won. So let's give them that.
Right. Yeah, so I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Browns at home here. Like, if there's a team that's been in about as much disarray as us, it's Miami. Like I said, the crazy injury to Tyreek Hill. Pretty sure. Like, I'm surprised we haven't heard news about them parting ways with their head coach. because I'm pretty sure this is his last season.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
And this team just they feel like they're just going through the motions, just trying to get through the season. Cleveland at home, I like their chances. I'm picking the Browns.
Yeah, I'm with you.
All right, next up, New England with the very, very impressive New England team under Mike Vrabel versus the Tennessee Titans and whoever their next coach is going to be. I don't think this one needs much discussion. I'm taking New England, and I don't think it's going to be close.
Yeah, me too.
At all. I see this being a total blowout game.
Yeah, and you got to remember, this is Vrabel returning to Tennessee, right? He was just fired or let go, whatever. I don't know if he stepped down or whatever, but yeah, New England, I think, seems like the easy pick here. New England's playing really well this year too. We see Derek May getting better every single week.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't. I don't know how you could pick Tennessee in this spot.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. No, it just doesn't make sense. All right. Kansas City versus Las Vegas.
Oof. Yeah.
This game should be a feel good game for Kansas City fans who want to claim that they're back and they haven't lost it and they're not out of it. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, Las Vegas has looked terrible. Like I said, poor Geno Smith. That guy is scrambling for his life almost every freaking play. That offensive line is horrible. Geno can't get any kind of rhythm going because of that. They're coming into Arrowhead. I guess you could say Kansas City is starting to fire back up again. But easy pick here. Crowd, environment, team. I'm going to pick KC.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think this is it's going to be an ugly game probably. Even though the Raiders, I think, have a history of playing Kansas City tough. But Kansas City should pull this out. Like you said, Geno, he's been running for his life. He's had a really bad season to begin with. He hasn't looked good at all. I think their tight end has been out too. Brock Bowers, that they're big time tight end. So yeah, this seems like an easy one. I think Rashid Rice is actually returning for the Chiefs this week, right? Because I think he was suspended for 6 games. So he should be back. So man, if he comes back, that's going to open up that offense too, even more. So yeah, Kansas City.
All righty. Yeah. Okay. All right. Next up, we got the Philadelphia Eagles at the Minnesota Vikings. Raiders notoriously play them tough. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, I just, I don't know. Casey makes me sick, but exactly.
Yeah, they make everybody sick, I think.
Yeah. I just, yeah, right. Just with the, like I said, with the matchup, the way that the Raiders offense is just, they can't get anything going. And like I said, Geno is literally scrambling almost every play. I gotta go with KC. I don't want to, but I gotta. All right. Like we said, Philadelphia, Minnesota Vikings. Now look, I mean, I know, and I'm trying to word this so, but the Eagles, right? They're coming off their second loss.
Mm-hmm.
And Jalen has been accused of crapping out and the Eagles having to resort to the tush push, which in that game last week, they ran it 4 times. I don't know. I feel like Jalen gets bailed out a lot. I really do. Like, this is a team that I have to respect because more than most of the time they're going to get the job done. But the way they're getting it done is sloppy. And I don't know if on down the line they're able to maintain and carry them into the postseason, into back to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I feel like there's some question marks with this team right now. Minnesota, man. They still haven't gotten their starter back yet, have they, for QB?
No. And they're coming off a bye week too.
And they're coming off a bye. So, I mean, you got a rested team versus a team coming off back-to-back losses. I don't know. I feel like this one's harder to pick than it should be. What do you think? I'm going to get your opinion. What do you think? And then I'll make my pick with you.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, because you know what? The Eagles are they're kind of struggling to get that identity back that they had for the last few years, being strong on both sides of the ball, on the offensive line and the defensive line. So one thing the Eagles owned was the line of scrimmage, right? Both sides.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they have not. Their offensive line has not been as good. Not just because of injuries, but because they lost one of their starters in free agency. So they are there. To me, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get that identity back, right? Barkley hasn't had a great season, right? He hasn't taken off yet and had that 200-yard game like, he started to have last year. We haven't seen that. And I don't know if it's going to happen this week. It's going to happen eventually. I don't know if it's going to happen this week, though. I don't know if I want to pick against Philly just because Minnesota, has those games where they look good, they don't look good. They got Carson Wentz quarterbacking. I don't really trust him. I'm going to take Philly. It's going to be a close game. Maybe they get that. Maybe they start to get that identity back, running the ball more. So we'll see. But I'm going to take Philly. It's going to be a close game. It's a toss-up, really, the way that Philly's playing. So,
I mean, so they lost to the Giants, and who did they lose? They lost to recently. It just happened. Come on, me. You should know this stuff. To the Giants and the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah, and they were up 17, I think 3 in that game at halftime, and they blew that lead. And another big problem is brought up, Hurts and AJ Brown. I think Hurts, and to me, I think it's the new offensive coordinator, Petula. Like, he is not, sometimes you get a new OC and they don't merge, or they don't, meld well with their quarterback. They don't connect right away. And that's what's happening right now. Like, they got to get into a rhythm with each other. And right now that doesn't seem to be happening. So, but it's got to change, or else, as we know, it's going to get late fast here. So, I'm going to say Philly is going to finally start to play better. They're going to bounce back. They don't lose 3 straight, and they win this game.
So looking at the losses that they just had, the Broncos, good team. They're still very much a part of the conversation, and I think they will be going down the stretch as well. The Giants, however, that's a game, especially if you're an Eagles fan, you are shocked, stunned, and pissed off that you lost that one. I think this could be a tee-off game for the Eagles. I think this is the game where you want to put the league back on notice, and you want to punch some people in the mouth on this one. Even with all the disconnects, even with the issues, I just think that Philly's the better team. I got to go with the Eagles too.
Yeah. I think the Giant game might have woken them up. When you lose to a division rival, especially the Giants, a team that you've really beaten pretty bad over the last few years, right? You've owned them, and to lose to them, that might be the game that wake them up. So we'll see.
All right, up next, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the New York Jets.
Does this game have to be played?
Sure it does. Look, Carolina's 3-3. They're somehow finding a way to hang in there. Chris, do the Jets get their first win?
Not this week.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Carolina's played well. Like you said, man, 3-3. They beat Dallas last week. Yeah, I'm going to say Carolina wins just because the Jets, I mean, they played much better last week. Much better. Defense played well. Special teams. The offense, though. The offense. Justin Fields. He is just not the guy. They got to figure something out with him. It's ugly now. It's just gonna get worse. Garrett Wilson's gonna be out for a few weeks, so you lost your only legit wide receiver out there. So it's gonna be really bad. So I think the Panthers, but we have an upset pick of the week. Here we go.
Oh,
All right.
I had at the beginning of the season, I had such high hopes for Justin Fields. I really did. Yeah. I really thought this was going to be the team that he could, again, you got full control of this team, man. Like the revolving door of NFL quarterbacks is, as we know, the Jets and the Browns. You were given the keys to the Maserati, the Lamborghini, the Ferrari, the Bentley. You were given all the keys to all the big cars, and you just, man, like I said, I was really excited. I really had high hopes for him, but with the way that Carolina's playing, and like I said, they're hanging in there. Man, I really want to. Damn it, Dad. I want to say that this is their opportunity. I do. And you wound up in a window. Yeah, right. Oh,
just go.
You know what? I don't have anything to lose.
There you go. There you go.
I think
There's no money here.
Oh, wait
Don't
a minute. They're in MetLife too. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go Jets. I think they finally get one.
Okay.
I think so. Fine. Fine, Dad. You fine.
You happy?
No, it's more like you convinced me. I think you know what? You could be right. And I want to believe it, so I'm gonna. All right, next up, we got the Denver Broncos in Denver versus the New York Giants. This is going to be a good game. And the reason it's going to be a good game is because, like I said, the tandem of Jackson Dart and Scattaboo versus Bo Nix, I love that freaking pair, man. I love them together. I know that Denver is a hard team, especially their defense. But if Cam can get going and if Jackson can get on a rhythm, as they proved, I have high hopes. I'm going to take the Giants.
I am not going to take the Giants. I'm going to take Denver. Denver, man, their defense is so good. Probably the best defense in the league. If Bo Nix can he's just doing enough to win some of these games. He's got to break out a little bit. I don't know if he's going to break out this week, but I think Denver wins, especially being at home. I'm going to go Denver.
Let's see. Let's see what they're 4-2 right now. They got the Giants. Oh my gosh, they got such an easy. They have an easiest pot. Well, I'm picking the Giants to win, so I don't know if I want to say easy, but in hindsight, this 4-game run that they have coming up, they got the Giants, the Cowboys, the Texans, and the Raiders. But for all intents and purposes, after these, they should be 8-2. But I don't know. I think out of these teams, I think the Giants could pull the upset. I do. I'm sorry.
All right. I mean, Texans ain't going to be an easy game because it's in Houston too. Raiders always give them a hard time. The Chiefs, especially divisional game right before the bye week. But those first 2 games, these next 2, they should win. Giants and Cowboys at home, and then they got the Texans game. So, but I'm with you. It's not the hardest schedule.
No. All right.
After the bye, it gets tough for them.
Yeah. Yes.
At
Absolutely.
Washington, at the Raiders, home against the Packers, home against the Jaguars, at Kansas City, and then they finish off against LA. So very tough.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next up, we got Dad's favorite team, the Los Angeles Chargers. Versus the Indianapolis Colts. Sorry, Dad. I had to do it. What do you think, Chris? What are you thinking on this one?
You know what? This is going to be a good game, man. This is, I mean, the one surprise team. And you know what? The Chargers have surprised me a little bit. Like last week, I thought that'd be an easy victory. I mean, your dad had Miami, we have to say. Hopefully he bet them with the points last week because they did cover. But
right.
but no, can you trust the Colts? That's the big question. Are they for real? I think they are for real.
I think they might be.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to take the Colts. I'm going to go and take the Colts. I know it's on the road, but the Chargers never have a home game because the opposing team has always got more fans there. So I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I'm going to go Colts too. Oh, I think we lost him again. Or he's in serious thought right now. You hate the Chargers. Okay. Where does the hate from the Chargers come from? I'm just curious. Where did the hate?
I don't know why he keeps doing that. Yeah, I never knew about all this hate for the Chargers too.
I don't know. I always kind of like the Chargers. I love the jerseys. You know, I don't know. Not that I root for them, but I don't know.
I used to really like LT Ladanian.
Oh, that's the man.
Back in the day, I used to like him a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway, so back to what I was saying before my computer decided to take a crap. I have been excited about the Chargers this year. I have liked them all year, but I don't know. It just the Colts are riding some crazy momentum wave that nobody saw coming. I don't even think they saw coming. so I just think with all this momentum behind him right now, you know what? And I'm saying it right now. I think without a shadow of a doubt that oh my God, why did I just blank on his name? Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. I think 100% without a shadow of a doubt, he wins comeback player of the year.
Okay.
So,
hey, so far he's got it, right? I mean,
I would say so.
I don't know anybody else who would have it, but right now he's got it for sure. So I have no doubt he'll win it if he keeps playing the way he is. So
I'm in agreement here. I'm gonna take the Colts. Even though kind of hurts to do that too. But yeah, I gotta go with the Colts. All right. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders at the Dallas Jerry Jones's place. I don't know. Why does this one feel harder to pick than it should be?
Washington lost on Monday last night. I was surprised, right?
They did.
I would think they're going to bounce back though, because maybe going back to what we said earlier, maybe that was the trap game, right? Because they're looking forward to a divisional game like against Dallas, right? Obviously, Washington, Dallas. So this is a huge rivalry. Huge.
Yeah, I was going to say big rivalry game.
Yeah. I'm going to go
here. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still going to go. I'm still going to take them, but I think Washington. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Washington too. I
don't trust Dallas.
No, I don't either. I I don't think anyone's trusted Dallas in a very long time.
Yeah,
Um,
that is true.
yeah. I think this has got to be a bounce back game for Washington. I mean, let's see. I feel I have to fact check myself a lot in this episode because I did not watch too many games last week and for reasons. So they lost. Oh yeah, they lost to the Bears. They lost by 1. Yeah. Okay. Given that, I would say
I think we lost them again. Yeah, I think he was going for Washington, so we could move on from this game. Next up, Washington, Dallas. I would say Green Bay at Arizona is the next one. This one seems like an easy pick because, yeah, definitely technical difficulties. I'm going to move on to the next game, and he'll jump on with it. I think he was leaning towards Washington, but Green Bay, yeah, I think this is an easy one, right? Green Bay against Arizona. And you're back. All right. You were going Washington, right? I didn't want to.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So Green Bay, Washington is next. Green Bay, Arizona. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know what is going on tonight. All right. Yeah. So in this one, I think this one's a pretty easy game. He's back. Yeah. I think this is a pretty easy game for Green Bay. I don't know. I don't know too much else that needs to be said. I still trust that defense. I know the offense hasn't been performing as well, but Green Bay's defense is still good enough, I think, here to get the job done, get them a win. I'm going to take Green Bay.
Yeah, this should be an easy one. Arizona is just awful. The best thing I think that happened to them was Kyler Murray getting hurt. Was missing the game last week.
Oof.
But no, yeah, I still like Green Bay in this one. Should be an easy one.
All righty. Next up, we got San Francisco 49ers at San Francisco in San Francisco versus the Atlanta Falcons.
This game just got a lot better, right? Like,
it did.
If Atlanta lost to Buffalo last night, would you be even really remotely giving them a chance?
Not even a little bit. No,
but you know what? Something happened with San Fran, right? They just lost another great player, right?
Yeah.
What's his name? Fred Warner, their middle linebacker. So,
yep.
Man,
this like we said, look, this is the ultimate Cinderella story this year. This team refuses to quit, even with all the injuries stacking up. But it's got, again, like we said, it's got to run out sometime. It has to. It has to. And with the way that Atlanta just played the Bills, I am super comfortable taking Atlanta in this one.
Yeah, I mean, listen, San Fran is gonna. We've seen San Fran just fight and fight and fight all season with all the injuries, and they're winning games. But yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to handle Atlanta with this offense. So I'm going to go Atlanta.
All righty. Well, we finally come up to what I believe is going to be the game of the week. The Detroit Lions in Detroit versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Oh my goodness. I really want to get some opinions here before I make my decision because I don't know who to take here. I think I'm going to need some convincing here. So Chris, I'm going to let you take this one. I'm going to be watching the comments. I really, oh man, this is going to be such a good game.
Yeah.
Go. This is their game of the week.
There you go. There's your hint on who you should take. No, I think, listen, man, the Lions offense, I know they got shut down last week against Kansas City, but There's no way this team is going to get shut down 2 weeks in a row on offense. The Bucks, they kind of had a little bit of a problem there with San Fran last week, stopping their offense, which I was surprised, right? So that kind of scares me a little bit, taking Tampa against Detroit in Detroit, right? Detroit looking to bounce back after last week against Kansas City. So I like Detroit in this one. Close game, but I think Detroit, man, that offense. Yeah, I think the Lions bounce back. I think you want to take Tampa. You definitely want to take Tampa. He froze again. We got a boo. I have a boo here. Oh, you're back.
I don't know why this keeps happening. Yeah, I think I'm back.
Okay.
God almighty. Okay. He's thinking very hard. Yeah, that's why it keeps.
Yes. Maybe don't think so hard. It probably messes up the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so okay. I gotta put all the scenarios in motion here. It is Detroit in Detroit. That offense is amazing when they get hot.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact of the matter is that we were pretty convinced that the Buccaneers were going to have a season this year. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're 5-1. This could be the ultimate statement game. If they win this game, look out, rest of the league. I'm going to tell you right now. Oh my God. This one's so hard, dude. This one's really hard. It's
a tough game. Detroit, and listen, Detroit's favored by 5.5. If you're going by the point spread, which I didn't think it'd be that high. I thought it'd be like 2.5, 3, but 5.5. That's actually a lot.
It's again, okay. Given the circumstances and the circumstances alone, Detroit in Detroit, that offense has to wake up. I'm picking the Lions for the pick league, but something tells me that Tampa's going to make a statement here. So for the pick league alone, I'm taking Detroit, but my heart's riding with Tampa on this one. I'm sorry. I just feel like if they want to make a statement on their season, this is the game to do it.
Yep.
100%.
You're talking about, like, I know it's early, but if you're going to start talking about number 1 seed in the conference and best team in the NFC, right? If you want those home games if you want those playoff games to be at home, these are the games you got to win, right? Because if you're tied, all that stuff. So yeah, I think you're right. Tampa's got to make a statement here. Can they? I don't know, but yeah, they got to make a statement.
Alrighty. Last but not least, 10 p.m. game. I don't know who's staying up for this one on a Monday. This is ridiculous.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Come on.
I don't know. You got
Pops is right.
Yeah. Mayfield is 100%. Absolutely. Yep. You got the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle versus the Houston Texans.
I wish this was early because I really want to watch this game. I think it's going to be good. But man, Seattle looked really good last week. This one is going to be a really, really tough game because I think the Texans started to bounce back a little bit their last couple of games. But Seattle looked good last week. At home, it's late. No, it's late for us, not for them. But
yeah, I mean, traveling to Seattle is always a disadvantage for any team, and I just don't think that the Texans are. I don't think they're that great. Like I said, CJ Stroud. CJ is another one of those quarterbacks that if you are able to rattle him, that's it. That's game over. And we've seen it too many times now. Logistical factors, again, I don't think Houston's that great. I'm going to take Seattle.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think that the home being at home, I think that's going to be the deciding factor here. And the Texans, I want to see them play well again until we start to kind of jump on the Texans wagon. I want to see them play better again first. But yeah, I'm going to go Seattle. Something about Seattle, especially being at home. It's Monday Night Football. I know it's different because there's 2 games going on here again. I hate that. But yeah, it's going to be close.
Oh, tie. Yeah, I think it's going to be close too.
Yeah, it should be. It should be because you got 2 good teams. I think the Texans they're still a good team. I know the record doesn't look that way. So
gotta support. Wait a minute, gotta support what?
Gotta support
when we moved to San Antonio.
Oh, you guys are moving to San Antonio?
Nobody told me.
Pack your bags. We're moving to San Antonio.
When? Why? What do you mean? What happened now? Am I here? Can you all see me? Am I frozen? What happened? I'm frozen, or I'm here.
You're there. You're there. That was me.
Okay. Aha. See,
it's happening to both of us.
What is happening, dude? Okay.
Maybe we need to move to San Antonio because this ain't working up here.
Yeah, I don't understand why we would support. Okay, the Texans. No, I will not support. No, I don't care if I move to San Antonio or not. Absolutely not.
You have to be a Spurs fan if you move to San Antonio.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, and I don't even watch basketball.
There you go.
But anyway, yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I just feel like the travel, the fact that okay, they still got some weapons and they are a decent team, but I just feel like this one falls more in the Seahawks' favor. I really do.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be our show. Thank you so much for withstanding all of our technical difficulties. Don't know what the hell was going on there. If you haven't already, do us a quick favor. I have to find it. Do us a quick favor, hit that like button. It lets YouTube know that you like what you saw and you want to see more of what you like. Make sure to hit that subscribe button for us. If you do, hit that bell. Turn on all post notifications so that you never miss anything that we do on the channel, like picking and talking about other things and stuff and whatnot. Guys, this has been our show. We hope you enjoyed it. I am TBK, the Baltimore Kid. That is Chris Bazaya. And we will catch you on the next one. Don't forget the first rule of Flight Club. What is it, Chris?
Talk about Flight Club.
Talk about it. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. Remember, always hate the Chargers.